So welcome back to another FIFA 19 video. Today we have a FIFA 19 update video. This is going to be based on the recent update that is available now for PC players. You can download it now. In terms of Xbox and PS4, I'm not sure when it's coming out, but it should be in the next few days. But from the PC update and from the notes that EA has released, we can get a good understanding on the things that have been added and fixed with this FIFA 19 title update. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like for me. Let's get to 500 likes. And if you're new around here and you want to see all the latest FIFA 19 news, hit the subscribe button today and the notification bell, and you won't miss anything. And by the way, a big thank you to those who have bought my career mode transfer guide. I appreciate the support. It's helping the channel out a lot. And if you want a guide that tells you real faces, player potentials, pre-contracts and more, then get the career mode transfer guide. The link will be in the description. So before the recent update, when you play a UEFA Super Cup game in your career mode, the presentation, the TV broadcast overlays are all generic stuff except for the trophy and maybe the patch on the kits, but that has been fixed now. In the recent update, when you download it, you will get the full TV broadcast overlays for your UEFA Super Cup game, and that looks really nice. It looks exactly like what you would see on TV, and there's a few screenshots as well on your screen. I didn't have the update myself because I'm on PS4, so I have to wait, but the PC guys like Lucas shared some screenshots and you can see them on your screen right now. So in FIFA 19 career mode before the update, if you were to go and try and sign Peter Cech in the transfer negotiation scene, he would actually come with his headgear on to negotiate the terms of his contract, which is a bit ridiculous, and it was pretty funny though. But in FIFA 19 now, after the update, when you go to do the same thing in career mode, he's now going to have no helmet on, well, no headgear. It's not really a helmet, and that's what he looks like without it. I have to credit Lucas Pizzati for the image. Now, this is not directly related with the update, but it has come out recently as well, and I haven't spoken about it yet. But there is a few of the third kits now added into FIFA 19. I don't know exactly the full list of teams that got them, but I think Atletico Madrid was one, Arsenal was one as well, and I think Man City as well. So I've put a few screenshots on the screen, but you guys can check your own clubs out, through the kickoff mode and see which other teams have been added. So you might have experienced this as well as you're playing career mode. I personally was affected by this one. When I went to check on Neymar in the transfers hub, his name was N. Jr. And that was his unlicensed name for the Brazilian national team, but the patch notes say that they have updated this and they have fixed it. So it should just say his proper name, which says Neymar there on your screen. So if you had that issue, it should be fixed now. Now, because I don't have the update yet, I had to borrow this clip from FIFA All-Stars, but in the patch notes, there is a new celebration for Jesse Lingard that was added, and you can see the clip on your screen there. I can't get it clearer because it's off Twitter, so it's a little bit blurry, but you can still see it pretty well. It says, to do this celebration, play as Jesse Lingard, and after scoring a goal, run to the cameras. So that's all you have to do. Score a goal with Lingard, and then run to the cameras, and he will perform that celebration. Now we move on to the patch notes that EA released, and we're going to be reading them out. The more important stuff anyway, because there's a lot of different stuff that was added, but half of it is not really important because there's a few things in the journey like new commentary lines and stuff like that. But I just wanted to focus on the more important stuff that most of you guys are going to be affected with. So these are the following things that have been fixed in FIFA 19 career mode. The first one is, when playing as a team that qualifies for either UEFA Champions League or Europa League through the playoffs, the championship match was scheduled on the same day as the final league match. It also says that this fix will not affect existing save files. So if you're having this issue, you need to start a new career mode to prevent this issue from happening again. In player careers, some incorrect accomplishments were displaying after playing the first match of your career. Certain player swap transfers were being rejected due to incorrect budget calculations. The block offers option was not appearing in some situations. News was not properly displaying when a player is acquired in a transfer that included a player swap. News articles for Player of the Month awards were displaying the incorrect month. Visual customizations to Alex Hunter and Danny Williams were not being properly displayed during negotiation scenes in career mode. So those were all the career mode fixes. A few of you guys have been asking me whether there was going to be a gameplay patch with this first update, and this is what EA has to say about the gameplay. They say, first off, we wanted to address gameplay. Due to significant community feedback stemming from FIFA 18 and early into FIFA 19, the gameplay team is limiting changes to gameplay in the first stages of release. So the idea here is to only make targeted fixes in an effort to keep the overall balance and feel of the game consistent while we continue to gather in-depth feedback from our passionate players. In short, we want players to learn the systems. While this is an initial theme, we do not want our players feeling like we aren't addressing feedback or taking action regarding concerns from our player base. We don't want FIFA 19 to get drastic changes, but we are absolutely monitoring for bugs or tuning what needs to be addressed in future patches. So basically what they said at the moment was they want to keep the gameplay pretty much the same as it is at the moment. They're only going to be tuning the bugs and the glitches that happen because that's pretty important stuff. But they want people to learn the ropes before they start tweaking stuff. So usually people start complaining before they've even learnt how the gameplay works. But EA said that they want to just give it a bit of time as people get used to how the game is, and then they'll try and fix whatever needs to be definitely fixed. But continuing on with the gameplay, they did say this. They said, one key fix in this particular patch is in regards to when players are anticipating a regular shot, which is a lace shot, outside of the box and are seeing side foot animations shots instead. So you might have noticed this as well. When you're trying to do a mad lace shot, like a powerful shot, the guy uses his side foot and it turns into like this finesse shot that's pretty weak. And they said that they've fixed this. The gameplay team has also fixed an issue where the power bar for free kicks in online games was sometimes incorrectly going to 100% shot power when the player requested less. So if that's been troubling you as well, those two things have been fixed now. So now we move on to the little things that EA has fixed based on our feedback. And they say that the wrong portion of the UEFA Champions League anthem that used to play during player lineups at the start of a Champions League match is now fixed. I can't test this at the moment. I haven't got the patch myself, and if I probably uploaded the clip, it would probably get done for copyright anyway because the song is copyrighted. Also patched is the incorrect audio playing at the end of the UEFA Champions League group stage match if you win the second match after losing the first. I didn't even know half of these things were issues because you really have to be put in specific scenarios, but I guess there's been a lot of feedback. So they've also patched the wrong audio that sometimes plays when you score a volley goal off a cross, so that's pretty specific. There's also been a fix for the wrong audio that used to play in the warm-up scene before a Champions League match, and there's also been a fix for the audio that used to say that a shot was well off target even if it didn't miss by much. There's also been a fix for the missing audio before a Champions League match in some of the stadiums, and there's an issue with the audio that played before a Manchester Derby match, which has now been fixed as well. There's also been fixes for the Chinese Super League team names that were not being mentioned in intro audios, and the player to watch audio sometimes not playing despite the overlay showing, and there's also updates to some of the ad boards displayed in the stadium, and they've also corrected some instances where kit clashes involving the referee were taking place. Post-goal replays were not showing the full scoring sequence, incorrect team crests were displaying on the player benches in RCDE Stadium, updates to the kits worn by players in some of the TIFO displays in the stadium, graphical corruption of the English Football League Championship badge when displayed on a kit in the game, graphical corruption of the English Football League Championship trophy when displayed in the game. TIFOs were appearing on the wrong side of the stadium for some teams. The Liga NOS team Os Belenenses was being displayed as just Belenenses. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Updates were also made to the team crest for Belenenses and to the banners and flags that display in the stadium for that team. Sometimes the card or injury drop-down notifications during the match were not triggering following a card or an injury, and the Bundesliga 2 logo was appearing during a substitution in a Bundesliga match. So here are some of the more important fixes to Ultimate Team that have been addressed. The first one is trying to swap duplicate items from the new item screen would sometimes cause an error message to appear or display an undefined item image. Squad building challenge rewards that provided a foot item required logging in and out of foot before you could claim them, and a visual issue where a player would sometimes disappear during a pack opening walkout animation has been fixed as well. So this update does have a lot more fixes that I didn't mention in this video because I didn't think they were that important, but if you really want to see all of them, just go to the EA Sports FIFA Twitter page and look up the tweet where they've posted the link to the patch notes, and you can read everything. Basically it's all there using that link that they've provided on their Twitter page. So in terms of player faces, I haven't seen anything yet. There's no news regarding Bundesliga scans or any other faces, but if something does occur and there is new faces added to the game, then I will make a video on it, of course. So make sure you are subscribed if you're new. Hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss any of the latest FIFA 19 news from me. So that is all I have today regarding the latest title update. Once again, it's going to be coming to the Xbox and PS4 in the next few days at least. So make sure you are connected to the internet so you can download the latest fixes. And once again, if you haven't checked out my FIFA 19 Career Mode Transfer Guide, make sure you do using the link in the description. It's got over 60 chapters with real faces, player potentials, and a lot more. And each purchase does help support the channel directly. And if you want to watch another FIFA 19 video, hit the thumbnail on your screen right now. If you want to subscribe to the channel, hit the icon underneath the thumbnail, and I'll see you next time.